All right, so on the video, this is the solution. Get out of the way. You can pause it and follow the arithmetic again. But I'm going to show you a different way to do it. Now, this does not work on every method. This would not work on the very first example we did in class. But this method is called synthetic division, and it will work on that. So, if x plus 1 is a factor, then negative 1 is a root. So, I'm going to do synthetic division here, which I think you've probably all seen before. Does that look familiar? Okay. All I did was I took the root from the divisor and I took the original function and I just pulled the leading coefficients from it. All right, so I have a 1 here, I'll pull the 1 down. Now, negative 1 times 1 is what? Negative 1. All right, so now I add negative 1 and negative 1 is? Negative 2. All right, negative 1 times negative 2 is? 2. 1 plus 2? 3, very good, all right. Negative 1 times 3 is? All right, negative 2 minus 3 is? Negative 5. Negative 1 times negative 5 is? 3 and 5 is? 8. Negative 1 and 8 is? And negative 6 minus 8 is? Negative 14. Now that's considered to be the remainder there. But what's left over? What do you see from this line right here? Those are the same coefficients as your answer is here. So you can rewrite this as, it started out as x to the 5th, so it's going to be x to the 4th minus 2x cubed plus 3x squared minus 5x plus 8 minus 14 over x plus 1. Now, why did that work so easy? It worked so easy because it was a coefficient of 1 here, and it was a binomial, a first degree binomial. So, in a situation like that, synthetic division is definitely quicker. But, like I said, in that quadratic one we divided by the previous problem, you just have to go long division with it. All right, now, moving on from here, if I wanted to know, if I said that f of x was equal to x to the 5th minus x to the 4th plus x cubed minus 2x squared plus 3x minus 6. And I wanted to know from that, what is f of negative 1? Well, that would be negative 1 raised to the 5th power minus negative 1 raised to the 4th power plus negative 1 cubed minus 2 times negative 1 squared plus 3 times negative 1 minus 6. All right, what is negative 1 if I raise it to the 5th power? Negative 1. All right. Negative 1 raised to the 4th power is 1. So it would be minus 1. Negative 1 cubed is negative 1. Negative 1 squared is 1. So negative 2 times 1 is? 3 times negative 1? Minus 6, okay. So we have negative 1 minus 1, that's negative 2. Negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3. Negative 3 minus 2, negative 5. Negative 5 minus 3 is negative 8. Negative 8 minus 6 is negative 14. Does that negative 14 look familiar to us? Yeah, it's what the remainder was. So if you ever want to know what a function's value is at a particular thing, I mean, one option is try it with synthetic division. Now, the final example problem that I want us to look at is going to combine a little bit of everything. So, I'm going to say that I have the equation 12x cubed plus x squared minus 9 halves x minus 1 equals 0. And I'm going to tell you that from this, negative 1/2 is a root. And I want to find the remaining 2 roots. All right. So what I could do here is I could take this equation right here and do synthetic division with it. So I have negative 1/2, and then I'm going to have 12, 1, negative 9 halves, negative 1. All right? Now, do you remember what the first step in synthetic division was?
Bring the 12 down.
Bring the 12 down. All right, now, what is negative 1/2 of 12?
Negative 6.
Negative 6. All right. So next we have 1 minus 6, and that's negative 5. All right. Negative 1/2 of negative 5 is positive 5 halves. All right, so we have negative 9 halves plus 5 halves.
Negative 4 halves.
And negative 4 halves is the same thing as what?
Negative 2.
Negative 2. Negative 1/2 of negative 2 is?
1.
And negative 1 plus 1 is? And again, that better be 0. If this is going to be a root of this equation, then the remainder has to be 0. But now what do I have? I have a trinomial. So my trinomial here is 12x squared minus 5x minus 2. And that will factor. I'm going to make it 4x and 3x because I know I can't have an even number in both of these places. So this is going to be minus 2 and plus 1. So that would factor into negative 8x plus 3x, which would give you the negative 5x that you need. So my solutions here would be x equals negative 1/4 and x equals positive 2/3. So my solutions here are negative 1/2, negative 1/4, and positive 2/3. In other words, when it asks you for the solutions, you need to make sure that you include the negative 1. So I guess I should have said find all of the solutions. So my solutions are negative 1/2, negative 1/4, and positive 2/3. Is there a question about that? All right. So, y'all can go ahead and.
Brett,
Yes.
Hagler, no, Chandler Gates has been checked out.
Okay.